Hi, I'm Lacey, the GM of MeetEdgar, and I am super excited to be welcoming Bobby Umar, who is a digital thought leader who's going to be joining MeetEdgar in our community on Wednesday, October 15th at 12 Eastern Time. And Bobby is going to be sharing with us some learnings around a multi-platform strategy and how we can sort of be everywhere at once. Bobby, do you want to tell us maybe what the biggest challenges that people find when you're talking to them about this?
Yeah, I think people don't understand the reason why they should be multi-platform. I mean, the general gist is that, look, every single platform you're on, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is, Facebook, these are all rented real estate, which means it's owned by somebody else. And if something goes wrong or something goes off, you can lose access to everything. And all of a sudden, your way in which you're putting content out there, building your brand, generating clients is gone. So having a multi-platform strategy is great for that. It's also good for having a diverse range of people. You have to be everywhere. And it doesn't have to be like the way I am, where I am literally everywhere. But there are starting points. And what are the first one, two, three places to get going on? How do you build that up? How do you then use tools and automation and technology to help you get to where you need to be and build that thought leadership?
Great. And I think too that some people forget that, you don't have to be where everyone is, that you can actually go to like a smaller platform and find your niche and find your people. Is that part of the strategy too? Is to not overlook these other platforms?
Well, there's different aspects. Like having a clear personal brand is really important, and knowing who you are and how you present yourself, but also knowing where your target is. Because if your target is somewhere else, then you have to start building. Like a really simple example of this is like if you are in baking, then being in a place where there's visuals like photos and video is where you could thrive. So that would be Instagram and TikTok. And so you have to understand how to use those things. You have to focus on where your target audience is, particularly if you're trying to build a business, trying to build a brand. You can build a brand on any platform, but again, multi-platform allows you to reach more people at once. And then again, if you have a clear brand, people will still, follow you.
And what is the latest platform that you've joined? Like what is the last one in your toolkit that's joined?
The latest one is Substack, right? So I've switched all my email marketing and moved it over there. Every time there's a new thing out there, I definitely dabble a little bit, and then I take some time to think about it. In this case, I spent like maybe 3, 4 months analyzing it, researching it, and then I decided to launch. And so now I'm definitely invested in building that one and growing.
So what kind of takeaways do you think people will get from joining our webinar?
Well, I think they're going to learn, why that they should consider not just being on one platform or maybe no platforms, why they need to expand. They'll probably get a sense of, what kind of tools they need or can use to help, including how MeetEdgar could help them as well, which I currently use. They're going to learn about some of the best practices on every platform. Every single platform is different culture, different technology, different algorithm. And so I've learned over the years, how it all works. And so I'll be able to answer those questions and get you started on whether you're building your brand or your influence, or if you're trying to generate clients and build business.